Abusuya Dr. Bryan Champon ade se ne camp aba abontin etire mu se ehu bi ya abo Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia ene na chitafo esan se sansem ya Bryan Champon ko kan ade se kusasi ahemfo aba abontin dadada in 2024 abeka se Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia mamprusi ni ntino enya ade se omobeto aba ede ama Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia enti Bryan Champon no okasa from fact any data wo honom enti ebeya Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia ne na chitafo omunyan emotions na omoda na dino na omuso de ye omunwanwa ne se asem yi ba ye ade se omode 10 cents of Bryan Champon abeto abonten te se de omode Canada compare ko Japan 10 cents ne ba ye no abusuan no so anu yi akwa ama wo.
I think first of all I was saying na to me say Dr. Bryan Champon yeah papa bi a said you on the buta nyina how to unite the MPP and ensure that we win the 2028 general elections. So there are two things involved here. One, how we are able to unite the MPP, and two, how the MPP is able to win the general elections. When it comes to issues of unity, in this presidential race, Obiagi to say Bryan Champon is seen as a unifier. Then people from various camps drifted towards Bryan Champon. In the last month, Bryan has been engaging a campaign team from across the 276 constituencies. Some will buy and some will go through training. But and now what I say, former parliamentary candidates are Ejinama MPP, former MMBCs are now almost serving under MPP. Nura Minoka say constituency chairman and Obabishia from across 276 constituencies. Minoka say we have about 256 constituency chairman about Rock City, Ombabishia, Bryan Champon. So you can understand, say the campaign the campaign do pomposphobia, people our other camps should be worried about it. And then come out would be maybe a month for a report cut pieces together just to score a certain agenda. If the MPP wants to win the 2028 general elections, I think that we ought to be very frank with ourselves. We need a candidate that appeals to the broad base of the party. And everybody, all the aspirants are saying that is what they stand for. We need a candidate that has very bold and decisive visionary leadership. Ghana can have a lot of hope and trust in. We need a candidate that will appeal to the young people of this country. And we need a candidate who be able to papa way the anointing meto aba the MPP. It Bryan is selling that message. Now the message and what I say, Dr. Bawumia is a fine gentleman. But Dr. Bawumia is a victim of circumstances. Circumstances in the day. Young name was in the Pakistan BSc, you promo say ya. Sabi o penifo would grow or two for me try say omodo manu betu be say best of problem. And to come by. And to could see between Kusashis, any man pushes across especially in the north, upper east. A big grano, like saying your kids here be as the Aba, Massey, and then Yamia would go be. Now, we are MPP, now what follow the politics of the MPP. Now, we share what happened in the last election. There were a group of Kusasis, the leaders of Kusasis, who came out and warned MPP, their people say, Mom go to about my MPP. As a party, we need to find a way of remedying that situation. We need to find a way of arresting that situation. And of course, Sir Bryan, every this issue, we were affected by it. And like Dr. Bawumia was a victim of circumstances. Many say is preaching tribal bigotry. Many say is being tribal. Many say is bringing ethnocentric in his delivery. He's talking about facts. The over 1 million Kusasis are Ghana. The point decided they won't vote for the MPP. What happened? How do we save that situation? Will a new face help in solving that problem?
But menena na kumia di nkomo sesi a wo se sa statistics na mudi tu dwa no. Enye ho nko an wo mo anto aba. Across all the regions in Ghana. Enti So what the okay analysis here a full shot.
You see, Kwame, nobody is saying say and people lose the election. You know. Nobody is saying say that particular reason there are myriad of issues. Economy. The Ghanaian people were complaining about economy. The Ghanaian people were complaining about some of the attitude of government appointees that were more. The Ghanaian people complain about a whole lot. And that led to the MPP losing the election abysmally in the 2024 general election. But issues, you know, danger you lose, you know. I was here picking one after the other to address the issues. And so nobody can pick and choose what he or she likes. Or nobody can say, I say, I be my and because said you a near. You need to say, dear. Early this year, MPs would do in Akushia. It was afraid Dr. Bawumia. Obaye, the delivery. He spoke about this from Pussy Consulting Tokwan. We should tell you, sir, even from Dr. Bawumia's angle, he sees it had an effect and he was trying to water down on it. People talking about it. In people's closed door meetings, just like Dr. Bryan, you know, they are talking about it. They did not go and sit on OKFM. And as a PCFM, he met party people, they were looking at the data and they were speaking to data to find out why and how we can solve that problem so that the Kusasis who are MPP can come back home and continue to vote for the MPP. Yes, for the first time, the entire of Upper East we lost. Upper West we lost. And nobody can tell me that this singular issue did not have an effect in that election. And if we want to win an election now, any emotions in frame. Politics there. It is a 1+1 that you look at. Gets you the two. So we need to look at every situation as it comes. It is a bit of what the data says, what the facts are saying here. It does not mean that person is preaching tribal politics. No. Bryan is not saying people should not vote for Dr. Bawumia because your mom pushing it. No, that's not what he's saying. In fact, my constituency, people voted for Dr. Bawumia, not because he's a quote, but people felt he had what it takes to lead Ghana. But there are reasons why people did not also vote for Dr. Bawumia, and that may include this particular issue. Let us not gloss over it. If we really would want to win elections in this country, nobody should gloss over it. Let's take the issues one after the other. And just like Dana Komiaka, it is not just one issue. Every issue that led to the defeat of the MPP, that prevented over 2.1 million people from coming out to vote for the MPP, to be discussed closed door. When we meet party people and in the selection process, we need to find out why this happened and how we can solve those problems and get people on board to vote for the MPP in the 2028 election.
Now, my main radio way. Young Fano, the 5 northern regions. More the candidate of free northern part of the country in the Koye. And for that matter, no religious party, so Osanya Kremuni, first time, na move failed the candidate here, were Muslim. Into the anticipation was that, say, more feel the Muslim. One Muslim falling in order to the Zongos who vote and the 5 northern regions no or Ghana more votes. When what the factor Kasai, honorable Dr. Bryan Champon, factor Kasai, and there be a Nipanant here with this analysis.
They understood the message, but of course, people are trying to mischieve us, and people are trying to throw in a lot of issues and twist issues. I don't think that Bryan Champon and Rebecca check Ghana for the end selected Dr. Bawumia because Dr. Bawumia is Muslim into the Muslim votes. Yes, to Abalo. Dr. Bawumia made it very clear to young MPP for say what he's bringing on board is the Zongo votes, and also because he is a Muslim, the Muslims will vote for him. I mean, there are videos, evidence to that effect. So that's it. And of course, you cannot rule out that effect in our body politics. Okay. And then I send to me so about me a president here. They show say apostolic voting Pentecost voting in because where there or I saw a
Sure.
for that reason, to Yaba, and Faman.
And say, I work in my Yera Mahama cry, so ya assemblies of God in
In political strategy, we call it identity politics. It works. That is why every politician would want to appeal to a certain identity, a certain base. Everybody wants to appeal to it. America, Donald Trump, many ministers but he was trying to preach to a certain Christian community to appeal to them to vote for them. So those are the realities. I'm gonna you need to find a way of appealing to every single person. And I think that is what any political strategist will do. That's what any political strategist will do. Hello?
I see. Me ba jo no so meet you pa.
Yeah.
Meet you.
Enti Kwame. You nuanom no munya botre. Ene mrantie ne yina didi atem go trotro niema about Bryan Champon. Bryan akoka say and Bryan yesi and
Bryan. I say kwa de almost the 10 cents of Bryan Champon but me one mu bia.
It makes sense. In that sense, Adeba for mo kan say Bryan Champon masterminded the removal of Sandapa. Sandapa was never removed as a minister for this.
There be what you removing it that
for 8 years. So how is that the sin of Bryan Champon? Yes, Bryan Champon masterminded Ayawaso West Wogon. When they know that Ayawaso was found Ayakawatem, Bryan Champon never stepped foot in Ayawaso like the way he did in Ablekumanov. Just that Yempenifona himself, National Security in Kofi Wogun, and that we needed to own up. And we needed somebody to speak for the government. And that is what Bryan Champon did. So after sacrificing for the MPP and ensuring the MPP the government will be exonerated from this attacks in Yemen. And MPP for now come home because of internal elections. And they are accusing Bryan Champon of that particular thing. They themselves, they know the truth. They know that Bryan Champon had nothing to do with it. They know that Bryan had nothing to do with it. And what is this thing? Our motor. So Bryan or Koto Hotel. Now Bryan Snake is so the Rock City Limited Liability Company. No, and now Ghana hotels like the Sea of Ghana, a day new Rock City. Not almost expressing interest. Not because of a political nature, and it's also a redraw, and then he's being punished with it. Somebody who wanted to inject life in a state institution and ensure that Ghana for being a today is being accused. It is now almost kind of requirement. In a Rudura dancer. And then someone in a room.
Okay.
Now we have told our supporters that we are not engaged in the politics of insults. And so nobody should go and do 10 cents of Dr. Bawumia or 10 cents of anybody. We don't want that.
Okay. Now,
all we are doing is to present the data, the facts to the Ghanaian people, to present the data to the MPP people to decide on it. And your own here, and you say, and a manual, what you here.
Now, minim say, Sadia when so pop up say, Bawumia MP before the buyer for 2024 elections, you know. Munina na mo support no. It na munim say bibi nko yi, and aftermath no, and the ma fe mo badwini say ade ya na mo kan ne yi say we religious part no identity one no ye keke no and the buy.
Well, na me can say those identity politics no. I mean you need to look at it so and look at the positives of it. I'm sure say we were all anticipating say a big one. But if we did not, I don't think we need to blame ourselves too much for it.
Oh, okay.
Or sometimes we put here, player be back a game one. You hope the player and betting and done game in no, I'll perform it 1-1 and then what I 11 and all more bottom. Sometimes the player and the player can come and work magic. Sometimes player and the banner. Maybe on no Friday, or let's say on the here. Then the next time you re-strategize.
Okay.
So all we are telling the MPP people is that yes, we brought in some changes, but maybe it did not help. So this is the time to re-strategize and look at how we are able to appeal to the base of the party and ensure that the base, will come out. I mean, for NPP to go into an election and over 2.1 million people deciding not to come and vote for the party.
Wow.
How can you?
And yet, Mamma was naming Senyam Papa, Mamminim said,